What's up, team? So we closed out our puts for a $2,900 profit, ended up closing out the day over 10 grand. We had some Netflix calls, which did really well. And we have a lot to go over. This isn't going to be just a Tesla video. We're definitely going to talk about that because Tesla drove the market today. Talk about Jay Powell, who spoke at noon. We're going to go over if I think Tesla's going to break 220. We're going to talk about the 200 phantom prints that came through yesterday. I posted these last night on our Discord community. I didn't talk about them in the video last night because I had recorded it beforehand, but 200,000 phantom prints were over what these are, why they're so important, and why I do think that SPY will continue to drop down to 420 bucks for the rest of the week and going into next week. My name's Peter Carlo. I'm a full-time trader. I run a trading community with over 12,000 members. Go check out our Discord community. It's down below. It's free. You get access to free trades, free live streams, much more, free courses, and follow me on X because I post all my trading content over there in real time. So you can definitely catch a couple of free trades over there. Let's start today by just talking about Tesla. Earnings were bad yesterday. We went over that. Numbers weren't the best, but the real thing that sold a lot of things off was basically Elon's, I don't want to say incapability to lead. It's what a lot of people are saying, but like Elon just blatantly being very down, very worried about the economy, not really too worried about margins, talking more, focusing on bringing down the cost of his vehicles and not worrying too much about Gigafactory in Mexico. A lot of those types of things. I hedged my position before this. I do own a long-term shares in Tesla. I am very happy that I did hedge my position, but as we saw today, Tesla really sold off. Now, let's go over a couple of objective things here. The first one is going to be that obviously the symmetrical wedge that we have in play has finally broken. The second thing is that we are underneath of this bullish order block, which was going to be $230. We're currently under that right now. Now, I will say I did not expect Tesla to continue to sell off this low. I did see this gap down to about 216.36, but my thought this morning was I would be less surprised if we ended up seeing Tesla bounce back up to maybe 236 and having a dead cat, which a dead cat just means we get a relief bounce before a further sell-off. And then from there, I just didn't want to eat theta decay or lose any more money or any more profits. I'd rather just take the position, walk away, be done with it for the day, and go about my business, which is what I did. Now, looking at the RSI, it is very beaten up, down at 29. But here's the real thing, guys and girls. TTM squeeze is still squeezing. We haven't even began to release. So normally, the longer we squeeze, the more violent and the stronger of a release we're going to see. So we've been squeezing, we now have this release. And so I think that we could potentially see Tesla continue to move down, break 220. If we snap this 215 level where the 200 SMA is, we're definitely going to fill the fair value gap down to 190. And all of this being said, I would be very surprised if we ended up breaking below 190, because I think if we broke below there, we're going to go back down to 150 and easily $100. As we've been talking about on this channel as well, if we take our Fibonacci retracement tool on the weekly and go from our swing high down to 0.618 is our golden level, basically between there, the 0.5 and the 0.73. This tends to be the level that we will reject at in order to keep this potential downtrend, well, I shouldn't say potential, but this factual downtrend still in a downtrend. See, the thing is, a lot of people believe that just because we break over this resistance line, that we're no longer in a downtrend. And the truth of the matter is that's false. The way that you will know that we are no longer in a downtrend or an uptrend, or if you want to spot a trend reversal, is by looking at each one of these swing highs down to swing low. Bounce back up, swing high to swing low, swing high to swing low. Now, this is very important. From here, we pushed back up to 221, but guess what we didn't do? We didn't make a swing low. We actually made a higher low and then broke out. So what would be the trend reversal, and this is where your average retailer gets absolutely wrecked, is because they believe now that the uptrend reversal is the break above here, basically $300, which is why we've had so much trouble getting through 280. And the reason that this level is what the level that has to be broken is because that is where the swing low down, or I'm sorry, the swing high down to the lower low occurred. So at this point, we're still in a downtrend on the weekly chart until we push up over $300. So we'll see if Tesla holds 200 into 220 in the next couple of weeks. I do not have any positions open on Tesla other than my long-term position. I do not plan to add to my long-term position unless Tesla hits at least $150 to $100. What I will plan on doing is selling cash secured puts once Tesla gets down to $200, and I will make sure to share with them here and on my Twitter account so that all of you guys can be in the know, because I know a lot of you who are long-term investors in Tesla really want to take your capital and use it in a smart way that will generate you guys monthly income until you can get the shares at a price you want. And selling cash secured puts is the best way to ensure that. Now, before you click off because you think I'm going to stop talking about Tesla, I really need you to sit here for the next couple of minutes and talk about the S&P 500 and these phantom prints. It's not to scare you, it's not to worry you, it's literally just to make you more knowledgeable, a better trader, and a better investor. I don't care about getting more retention by keeping you here for another couple of minutes. I know your time is precious. But what we're going to talk about here is phantom prints that came through yesterday at 434. You can tell it's been a long day. At 4:34 p.m. And so at the time, we had 200,000 phantom prints. This is very important. Every phantom print, every dark pool, every unusual flow, all these keywords, they are all different. They all are weighted with different checks and balances to determine if it's something worth paying attention to or not. In this case, 200,000 phantom prints is insane. And this happened yesterday during our live stream in our Discord community, where these hit at 4:04 right before Tesla earnings. Now, these tend to be magnetic levels, meaning yesterday when this came through live, we were trading at 430 on SPY, and the target level for this was 420. And normally, the stronger, meaning the more phantom prints we have coming through, which is 200,000 yesterday, in that case, the stronger of a level and the faster it's going to be for us to move to that phantom print level. Looking at SPY on the daily, putting our indicators on, you can see that we had that phantom print come through yesterday, a big bearish order block, TTM was squeezing, RSI is pointing down, and a massive, massive sell-off today. We tried to hold initially when Jay Powell started speaking around noon, but from there, we really didn't do anything besides sell off. RSI is pointing down, and it seems like SPY will eventually move its way down to 420 within the next couple of days. And if that doesn't, or we don't end up bouncing off of 420, the next level under that, if we can't hold, is down at 410. So if we use the same thinking that we used earlier on the S&P 500 for Tesla, you're going to see we have our swing low to swing high, swing low to swing high, swing low to swing high. We came back, we did not swing high here. This is where that head and shoulders started to set up. And from here, we can see that now the trend officially will be reversed if we continue to hold underneath this level of about 435 on SPY. And it's very important to understand these basics when it comes to price structure. Something that I'm not going to do and I've never done, but I do want to bring it up as an example, is that all of these don't have to look perfect. I had so many haters in the comments section over the past couple of weeks saying and crying about how this head and shoulders was bullshit and I was so wrong, etc. Once it breaks above 260, that this is null and void. And what I'm telling you guys, big money doesn't care that you think that every chart needs to look perfect, because that's not the case. You need to be watching levels and not watching specific prices. This head and shoulders on Tesla was extremely important. The fact that we were not able to push over 270 and pulled back down to make once again a lower high here is not good. The fact that looking at the S&P 500, as we stated just moments ago, the fact that we broke this swing low to swing high, and that if we hold under here, we're technically trading down, like that's not a good sign overall. And so I'm not here to scare you by talking about this, but it's still something that's very, very, very important to understand. Now, the last thing I want to do here is look at the weekly chart on SPY. And once again, this isn't to worry you, but if we were to go through and we were to look at this golden level, this 0.618 from swing high to swing low, you can see that, yeah, we broke up above this golden zone for a while, but we're back below it. And so if we close this week underneath 430, that is not a good sign. There is a chance that we could see this move our way back down to 400 and even further, because we'd still be in this downtrend. That doesn't have to be worried about right now. but it's still something that we have to be objective about and keep an eye on. And if you guys want to trade with me every single day, go check us out with the second link in the description. Our premium group is $50 a month. You guys get access to all of my trades, our live streams 5 days a week with myself, our moderators. We do Q&As. You guys get access to our courses, all of our day trades, swing trades, trading bots, everything, guys. It's all over there. It's $50 a month. If you're someone who's serious about trading, if you want to actually become the 5% that make money, like legit, go check it out. Thanks for all the support. I'll see you next time.